Olá e bem-vindos ao Mil Palavras com o Sérgio. Welcome to 1000 Words with Sergio. Today we're going to look at the word de in episode number 4. And de can mean lots of different things. It ranges from being a preposition to functioning as a contraction when it works with definite articles. It's definitely an important word to understand and to at least listen out for when you're hearing it in different sentences. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to listen to a variety of different examples of how it's used in a variety of different ways. So the first way we're going to want to think about these different translations of de is at first looking at the four main ways. Now, these are not exclusively the only ways in which de is used. They're just the four most common, and it's when it's used as a preposition. The first one we're going to look at is about. And the example that I have here, eu falei bem de ti, just translates to I spoke well about you. In this case, de ti, about you. Eu falei, I spoke bem, well, about you. Falei bem de ti. The next way in which we're going to look at de is when it translates to of. And the example we have here, eu só vim por causa de ti. I only came because of you. Now, in this case, of you, the si. Now, it could be the d, the si. In this case, we're looking at a formal version of you. So the next way we can look at, or the same way, but used in a different sentence, we have of eu sou o mais alto de todos. I am the tallest of all. The next example we're going to look at is when de translates to by, and a lot of times it has to do with modes of transportation. So, fomos a Lisboa de comboio, we went to Lisbon by train. Vão de carro? Are you going by car? Again, de translating to by here. And lastly, another question, just so you can hear the cadence here. Não, vamos de avião. De avião, by plane. No, we're going by plane. And then we have the last way we're going to look at de in terms of a preposition, and it's the idea of from. And you want to think about this in terms of possession almost, like the place possesses people, like where people are from, that idea. So, eles são de Lisboa. They are from Lisbon. Now, this is a good chance to kind of segue into how de can function as a contraction between de and a definite article. In English, we talk about those just with one word, the, but in Portuguese, we have u, a, us, and us. So, because Lisbon doesn't really have one, it's just de. But when we're thinking about a city like Porto, where Portuguese people refer to it as o Porto, vou ao Porto, when we're thinking about it in terms of de, as a from Porto, for example, you have to contract de and u to make do. And that's why we have do. It's still de, but it's do Porto. The next example, because Açores, the Azores are a plurality, and it's a masculine plurality, os Açores, it becomes ele é dos Açores, so from the Azores. And then lastly, ela é das ilhas, because ilhas, islands, are feminine, we have she is from the islands, ela é das ilhas. Here are just a few other expressions with de that are pretty common, and they're used a lot, so it's a good idea to have them under your, at least in your listening bank. So expressions with estar, usually expressing states or conditions. So estar de saída is to be ready to leave. So these are predominantly used with estar, but you'd have to conjugate estar according to who's doing the being here, because estar is really to express things that are transient. Férias, being ready to leave. You'll notice the next one, estar de pé. They're all things that shift, that change. They're states of or conditions. So estar de pé is to be standing. And then lastly, estar de bom or mau humor, as you'll see it right now, is to be in a good or bad mood. And these are the main expressions with estar for states or conditions that you may want to be on the lookout for. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you subscribe to my channel and get more updates as they come out by turning on your notifications. And to really help me out, I hope you click on the like button to let the algorithm know that this is a worthwhile video for other people to watch. Até a próxima. Ciao.